Today I'm reviewing the Toro stump grinder attachment. I've had this for several years. As you can see, it's pretty dirty, worn out. I bought this probably at least 13 years ago, but I guess I'm doing a review on it now because the fact that it's lasted this long. Now I've changed the teeth. These are the Vermeer yellow jacket teeth. As you can see, they only have two sides. They're carbide tip, but they have two sides, but I like them because they have a wider cutting tooth on them than like the green teeth. It originally came with a one-edged tooth from Toro. Replaced those with green teeth, but never really liked the green teeth because even though they do have, essentially you can rotate the teeth to get a new edge rather than taking the whole tooth off. Eventually, once you got to the third edge, it was just down to a small point. That's why I like these yellow jacket teeth from Vermeer, for that reason, because you have a wider cutting edge. Good attachment. You can see it's a nice motor. That's the same motor that's been on there. I did replace some of the gaskets a couple of years ago, but that's all I've done. That and replaced one of the bearings in there. That's the only thing about this. I guess one downside of this is the attachment is the bearings are kind of difficult. You basically have to take all this, you have to take this off, this plate off. You essentially have to break it in the entire attachment down just to get to the bearings. So that's one downside to it, is it's difficult to change the bearings. But I think one of the bearings is worn out on it now, but again, that's at least 12 to 13 years of solid use. I use this thing probably 2 or 3 times a week, if not more. So other thing I made, another modification I made on this is I added this last year. I should have put this on when I first got it. This just protects the hoses here when you're going up against a stump, because when you're grinding, you're going this direction and you'll hit this, which doesn't seem to have too much damage on it, but it will hit this hose here, which can break that fitting. Now I've only done that once in the several years of doing it. I did it last year, but that's what prompted me to put this little bracing on. I just welded it on here and here, just a piece of 1-inch steel rod that I bent and put on there. So, and then one other benefit of this, again, wish I would have done this a long time ago, is when I sit it in the trailer, which I'll show you here in a little bit. When I sit in the trailer, it actually creates a kind of a little stand for it, so I can actually, it's more narrow storing it in the trailer or in my truck than when it's sitting flat going this direction. I can actually tilt it up this way, and it's actually like a little stand. So pretty good little addition to it. One other modification I've made over the years is the debris shield. Originally it comes out longer, probably another 6-8 inches, and it was actually open on the end, so it didn't really, I mean, it did stop most of the debris, but when you're stump grinding, a big chunk would come through there, it would just shoot out the end. So I just welded this into a box, and then I put this, I just got a piece of, this is old conveyor belt material I found on a job, or hauling out of a garage once. Anything like this, it's got the fibers in it, the fabric enmeshed into the rubber. As you can see, it's worn down on the bottom, but ultimately it catches 90% of the debris, and it's a much cleaner system to keep all the debris from coming in. So pretty well worn out, but it's dirty and worn, but it still works, does everything I want it to do. You do have to replace these teeth every once in a while. That's not a big deal, those are easy. You just take this nut off here, the whole tooth comes out, put a new one in. So as you can see, they do get, find one that's chewed up here. You can see there's a big edge taken out of that one. So they do get chewed up. You hit a big rock or something, which you can't see, but I've had this for a long time and it's served me pretty well. So that's this Toro stump grinder, mini skid steer stump grinder. right now I'm going to show you how I load this into the trailer. This was kind of by accident, but it actually helps a lot because when I'm loading my machine into the trailer, that stump grinder was always in the way, and you could still tilt it up without the little bar that I put on there, protection bar that I showed you earlier. I'm pointing to it right now, but it didn't stand up that great. So now it's nice and steady, and I just leave it there, and now I can get my machine right up the side and actually put I can actually put other things on the other side and still get the machine in there. So, all right, thanks for watching this video. Hey, if you don't mind, let me know in the comments if you like this reviews of attachments I've had and used over the years. Let me know if you want to see more of these or what attachments you'd like to see in more detail. Thanks for watching.